What's up, YouTube? Um, so, I just want to talk about something that I've talked about before on this channel, of course. Um, Firstly, let me show you, obviously, that I can scroll through all of this. Okay. And you can see, you can search the same thing I searched in the search bar: Daniel 8 prophecy. Daniel 8 prophecy, Antichrist. Okay. And you'll see the same search results as long as you have the same filters on YouTube currently. It's not going to change much from when you search it, if at all. Okay, so this is literally just a bunch of YouTubers who talked about the Daniel 8 prophecy, the Antichrist, and where do they think he will emerge and when. Okay, and I already talked about this in my video about the US, my videos about how the USA is weaker than other nations, the reasons why, the evidence. I did reference these like a lot of these videos that I've watched, but the main one I referenced was the one that I said here, Armageddon News. I'm not really even going to, like, you know, play the video, but obviously not my videos, of course, nor have I said they are, nor am I going to say they are. But this video, of course, of mine is about giving more direct evidence regarding my theory, the plausibility of such, which is evident here. I mean, you can watch this video if you want. You can also watch the video by the YouTuber Nelson Walters, who, by the way, had the same thumbnail as you see here on Armageddon News for the same. I think this is like his alternative channel or something, because pretty sure, but after looking at both videos, but yeah, one thing is for sure, you can watch any one of these and you can see that these are different denominations of Christians, of course, but they're all popular Christian YouTubers, and yet they have one thing in common: they all try to say that the Antichrist will emerge from a foreign nation, from some kind of nation that's foreign to the USA. It's pretty rare that there has been Christian YouTubers who have said that the Antichrist would emerge from the USA. But anyway, either way, you can watch these things yourself, okay? And I can tell you right now, if we go back into my channel, what do we have here? This video I made 2 weeks ago. You can watch it. It was something that I made to add on to the video where I was talking about here 5 months ago. First time I made a video with the theory, around when I first came up with the theory, the USA is the weakest country. Okay, you can look at both of those videos, or one of them, and then you can then look at Daniel 8 videos about the Antichrist that I showed you. You can look at that. You can look at that and then look at one of these. You could look at this and then look at my videos. You could do it in either order you want. Either way, you'll see that my videos are more credible because they try to put the map of the world against the prophecy of Daniel 8. However, the irony is that the map of the world is interpreted it's used in both my videos that I just showed you here. Like, I use the map of the world in this video, but for the argument, but so does Armageddon News in this video. The only problem is in this video, and you know, other YouTubers, of course, they all use the map of the world. They use the image in their videos about the Antichrist. The only problem is their interpretation of the map is wildly different than mine. The problem is they try to say that the fact that the USA is smaller and has the issues that I pointed out, it says the issues they try to say that the issues that I pointed out in this video, if you watch this video, you'll hear me talk about clear dead giveaways that the USA is at more of a physical disadvantage than foreign nations are. And I pointed out the visual indicators of that. Of course, you can watch this video. I don't have the volume up to play the audio. I'm not going to do it, but you can watch it yourself. And you'll see that I brought up valid points that Nelson Walters didn't bring up about the map. I brought up valid points that Armageddon News didn't bring up. I brought up valid points that all of these people didn't bring up, which is the fact that, yeah, okay, like Armageddon News and Nelson Walters, whoever it is, the problem is they don't really bring up the physics or biology aspect of the map. When they try to put Daniel 8 again versus the map, they don't really bring up the physics or biology quite as much as I do, which is what makes the difference in terms of the interpretations. They don't bring up the fact that when a country, according to the laws of physics, is smaller, it's going to have obviously less mass, and because of that, a weaker resistance to natural disasters, gravity, and it's going to be more overpopulated. It's going to be way more, it's going to have a ratio of ocean and river and water to land that is way more out of whack than a bigger sized landmass. I mean, you can see that on the map that I just. I mean, you can see it on the map. You can play this video if you want, and you'll see that I actually mentioned that. That you can see the ratio of land to ocean and river for smaller continents and nations is out of whack compared to bigger nations. Okay, it's just the laws of physics. It's not a coincidence why the bigger nations end up so much better. So, and with this being said, you never hear them mention that. You never hear Nelson Walters say that in his Daniel 8 video. You never hear any of these people say that in their videos. I mean, it's not a coincidence. It's because, as I've been saying all along about neurotypicals who are Christians, most of which are Christians, which is that they simply do not have the brain power to realize that this is true. They are mentally ill. All people in history have had brain issues making them mentally ill, and this is just the reality that I'm showing, that I have been showing. You'd have to be extremely mentally handicapped to not realize it at this point, okay? And that is what the average person is. It's just the truth. Basically, long story short, that's all there is to say about it. I mean, like I said, you can watch these videos. You can you can watch this one. You can watch Nelson Walters, you can watch this one. I mean, you can watch any of them, okay? And no matter what, it'll always point to the same thing. They don't bring up the fact that the laws of physics come first in determining the strength of a landmass, not the sorts of things talked about in these interpretations of the map. And don't just take my word for it. The Bible even admits that the laws of physics comes first. So who are you going to take the word of on this? Are you going to take the word of the God of the Bible who says the laws of physics determines the strength of a land? Or are you going to take the word of Daniel 8 and Armageddon News and Nelson Walters and this guy who say the laws of physics don't come first in the strength of the landmass? When really they do, because of the reasons I said. Like I said, the factor of the size of the land determining the ratio, which determines the ratio of ocean, river, and water system to land, and every other disastrous consequence that comes with that by the laws of physics. I mean, this is so simple. It's just Daniel 8 versus the laws of physics, which is more realistic on the matter of the size. Like, if you actually understand the laws of physics, it's more likely that most people are just so mentally ill that they don't really understand the laws of physics well enough to know that what I'm saying is true, even when they're looking at the map of the world. Now, why would they not notice this? Because if you're mentally ill like them, you would not even want to believe it or be smart enough to question it. And so you would just be a terrorist who would just do nothing but go on and on, along with every average person doing the same thing retardedly and having basically no real purpose in life other than to just be a liar. Okay? When doing so. So it's pretty obvious that, I mean, I literally show what I was referencing. A lot of the problem with my argument about the USA, the problem with this video of mine here, and the other one that you saw, there was an extension of it, which is, this one. Where is it? Well, you saw it, but the problem with it is that I didn't really. A lot of Christians and non-Christians try to hear what I said in that video and in those videos and say, well, we can't believe you because you didn't show any video evidence, so we should, which means that you don't actually have any evidence. You're making it up. You're hallucinating. Well, that doesn't mean I'm hallucinating. First of all, it just means that I didn't show you what I already know exists. But this time I showed you. It's these videos. Took about 1 second to look them up. So here you have it. Okay, these are what I'm referencing. These videos do not bring up the fact that the Bible says the laws of physics teaches that the size of the land has those implications, which is contradictory to Daniel 8. Okay? It's just the truth. So please watch these videos, ask a pastor, whatever you want to do, but clearly I have evidence. I know what I'm talking about. Now, why did I not play the videos? What's the point? You can play the videos. You could even ask your friends if they've watched the videos. You can ask people if they watch the videos and if it really says what I said it says, and they'll say it does. It does actually say that the Antichrist will emerge from foreign nations. You can ask people who've watched these videos, is that what it says? They'll say yes. So what's the point in playing the video? You think they're hallucinating and don't know that that's what the videos say? So it's more likely you're hallucinating. And they are too about other things. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say in this video. Bye.